eating potatoes.
Good day. This is our story for today. The Fairy in the Mountain. There is a boy named Chris. He always leaves the house without telling his parents. He returns home when it is already dark. He doesn't play among those children of his age. Instead of playing with them, he rather chooses to go to his favorite place, a mountain called Apia. It is a long walk away from the house of Chris. It has a long stream on it and surrounded by different plants and fruits. His parents don't want him to go to the mountain because they believe that a fairy is living there. They always tell him that the fairy is living there. They always tell him that a fairy will abduct him. Despite this, he doesn't believe his parents. For him, they are just making story to prevent him from leaving the house. One time, Chris returned home with his niece wounded. His mother became furious because she learned that Chris went again to Mount Apia. "What have you done again? The fairy did this to you? I told you not to go to that place," his mother said angrily. "Nay, I fell beside the stream," Chris explained. "My son, why can't you stay in our house and help us do the household chores? You like to play outside instead of helping us. You don't always follow us. Why don't you play with the children in our place? You are always making us worried," the mother of Chris said calmly. He did not give any response. He did not take what mother has told him. After the incident, Chris remembered what happened, and one morning he returned to the mountain. He liked to go to the place because of its scenery. He also liked to play beside the stream and climb the trees to pick fruits. On the same day, while he was walking along the river, he saw a bird. He picked a stone and threw it to the bird. The bird was hit. He ran through it and picked it. "I captured the bird," Chris said, while tossing the wounded bird up in the air. He went to the tree and took a rest. As he laid his back on one of the branches of the tree, he heard a suspicious sound. "Who's out there?" he said repeatedly, as fear was already starting to draw on his face. He went down from the tree to see the bird, which he put under the tree. Chris looked back at the bird. Surprisingly, the bird was no longer on the place where it was placed a while ago. He looked around to search for the bird. However, instead of seeing it, he saw a woman floating in front of him. He was terrified of what he had seen. So he ran fast as he can until he fell again on the ground. His knees were wounded again. Then the woman came to approach him. The woman said, "You will never be allowed to come here again if you will remain hard-headed to your parents." Chris covered his eyes, believing that everything he was witnessing was just a dream. He was wrong. The woman looked at him so closely. He was really afraid of her until she touched his face so tenderly. "I know you are a good child, but you must need to learn your lesson. You will become a bird if you will not promise me that you will change," the woman told him. "Please, please, don't change me to a bird. I promise that I will now change. I will now follow my parents. I will be playing with the children in our place. I never hit them. So please don't change me to a bird." Suddenly, a light struck the eyes of Chris. He could not see very clearly. He called his mother and father. They came hurriedly. He hugged his parents. "My son, you are now awake. You sleep so long today," his father said. "Tatay, Nanay, I'm sorry for what I have done to you. I don't want you to get mad at me. I promise you that starting from now, I'll be helping you in household chores," Chris told them. Since then, Chris started to help his parents in the house. After his household duties, he played with other children and even invited them to play with him in their house. He still goes to the mountain. However, he sees to it that he will be responsible of his actions, so the fairy will never punish him again. And that's our story for today, The Fairy and the Mountain. Questions: why did Chris not want to play with other children? Why did Chris want to go to the mountain? Why did Chris' mother prohibit him from going to the mountain? What did the fairy do to Chris? What lesson did you get from a story? The Fairy and the Mountain. Did you like this video? Please, pindutin lang ang like at subscribe.